If you like the news that Godzilla's expanding more than ever, and that even Shin Godzilla may be getting a sequel, then you better hold on to your butts, cause you're gonna love what I have to tell you in this video. Residents, this is Jacob, welcome to Dangerville. Ever since we caught wind of Toho making another Godzilla live-action film, most of us G-Man fans have expected this production to be a direct sequel to Godzilla Minus One. Toho and director of Godzilla Minus One, Takashi Yamazaki, have yet to confirm anything about the story and the exact details of the plot so far, but they never denied that this was going to be a sequel to Minus One. And now we have rumors and whispers going around the internet that this sequel could be a direct follow-up right after the events that occurred in Godzilla Minus One, but more on that here soon. For now though, let's get to the facts. Toho's next big movie production will start this August 30th in Japan, and we can expect it to be bigger and better than Godzilla Minus One. So stomp that subscribe button already if you love Godzilla. We can thank this news drop due to an extras casting call alert that was posted on Takashi's own website actually, and of course to all you news source legends out there who post this online for the rest of us to see. Now I'm sorry for this, but no direct information on the shoot was given, so we don't know what they will start filming first here. But I do have something for you guys to process. The working title, or code name for the production, roughly translates to Super Blockbuster Monster Movie, or Blockbuster Monster Movie. That doesn't look or sound like much at all. In the grand scheme of things, it certainly doesn't confirm anything about Minus One's sequel, but it does show a few things. It shows that Toho and Takashi are super confident after how well Minus One performed and how it was received. It won an Oscar. Crazy for a Godzilla movie. It shows that they are likely throwing a heftier number into the total budget for this film, more than the alleged $10 to $15 million they had to make Godzilla Minus One. And it hints at the movie being much more bombastic and cinematic than Minus One. Of course, this is all purely based on speculation. So according to Google, the term blockbuster means a thing of great power or size, in particular a movie, book, or other product that is a great commercial success. Moviegoers usually only associate this term with massively expensive productions that, at least in the past, would almost be guaranteed to bring in a ton of money. Now I'll be straight up with you guys, this very well could be nothing more than a translation snowball effect where blockbuster doesn't mean what we think it means, and this title would work more like a description of the movie rather than a statement about it. In the end, it is a Godzilla monster movie, and those tend to be some of the more expensive productions in Japan's film industry, so calling it the super blockbuster monster movie would be just that, a description. But I'll just say, they didn't call it low-budget indie monster film like they probably would have with Godzilla Minus One, because they didn't know that that movie was going to do as good as it did. So while this is purely speculation, I would say Toho and Takashi have a mission to wow us even more with a spectacle we have never seen from them. Nothing can be taken away from Godzilla Minus One, and I believe that that movie will forever be held on a pedestal to a lot of people. But clearly, after the massive success of Minus One, its sequel is going to be heavily rewarded with a lot of money and resources. As it should, I guess. Toho is expecting a blockbuster hit, now they just have to deliver. Now guys and gals, until we know more about the plot, there's pretty much nothing we can go off of here on this sequel. But around the web the last couple of days, we've seen that it's looking like both main actors from Godzilla Minus One might just be returning for this production. Meaning we might not have seen the last yet of Noriko and Koichi. But until Toho does make this official, I'm just gonna leave it as only a rumor and something to take with a grain of salt. I don't want to get on Toho's bad side. Although let's just be real, Godzilla Minus One ended on a cliffhanger, and it was never really a mystery that a direct sequel should be the mission at hand after how well that movie did. And there is some evidence to support all this now. It was stated at Comic-Con that the sequel will also be another period piece, meaning it takes place not in modern times, like how Minus One took place in post-World War II Japan. As a big fan of historical stuff, I'll always be okay with this direction of storytelling. In my opinion, I think Toho is keeping this as secret as possible because they want to reveal it to us later down the road in some epic over-the-top fashion. Maybe on this year's Godzilla Day, but who knows really. Beyond this Godzilla Minus One sequel update, the new Godzilla comics series by IDW Publishing has finally earned its name. The Kaise era, as they are calling it now, will be a brand new line of Godzilla lore, with each comic story showing how a different country from our world handles a kaiju attack and how it's represented to them. In Japan, Godzilla represents something like a natural disaster, whereas in America, he's considered a warring enemy who must be stopped at all costs. I'm curious to see what other nations are brought up here, and hopefully this series is as good as it can be with this as its driving plot factor. It's a pretty cool premise. And there you have it, everyone. I could keep going on and on milking this little bit of news, but I really just wanted to get this out to you guys in a nice little digestible episode of Atomic News. For more Godzilla Minus One sequel updates and everything Godzilla for that matter, subscribe, hit the bell so you actually know when we upload, and I'll see you in the next one.